Alright guys, real quick update with the car. I say that all the time, but this time it better be. So first, right off the bat, trunk kinda tucked, kinda not. Pretty much all we did is we got the back side lip on the other side, just so it can push up. But we're hoping this gets hit first, and that pushes it in, and then the wire helps pull it up. I'm hoping. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm hoping. The sides are smashed out of the way there. There's not very good lighting on this side. They're smashed in, out of the way. These will be getting either donuts or Subaru rims, which if you guys are familiar with the Subaru I had, you know it has 16-inch aluminum rims. So it'll sit about around the same height as a donut tire, but I won't be wasting a Cavi donut on a youth car. The roof has been jacked up with the farm jack for more sight clearance. And we hammered a decent sized trench in there to help hold it there while the jack was still there. Made sure it was secure. Pounded it in, and that'll reinforce these by my engineering understanding. So hopefully if it goes to plow, it's got to pull the roof with it. So that means it's got to try to pull that. And if it goes up, it'll hit right around, the force of it hit around this area. Push on these. And so if it wants to go up, these will have to bend. I cut the springs for the trunk under the deck here. Actually, I didn't cut them out. I just took a hammer and tapped them. They popped right out. I highly suggest watching your hand, head, and other body parts when you smack them, as they will fly out like they're coming to get you. But I do highly recommend doing all that, removing both springs, if you know what I'm talking about. They're not really springs. They're more like, they look like a hood support holder. When you open the hood, you put the hood stand up there. Man, I'm forgetting all the technical names for car parts today. But it literally looks like this. Well, it's the same color as your car. It's hooked underneath your speaker deck. If you look under there, you'll see two of them. You'll be able to figure it out, pop them out. I'm not going to run all the way down to the scrap pile to show you what they actually look like. But I highly suggest taking them out, because if this wire should break and pop out from behind the seams we got tucked behind, the springs would hold this up, and we absolutely would not be able to see out the back. So a quick tap with a hammer will ensure your trunk's not going to go up, unless somebody hits it and it goes up anyway. But at least it has a chance of falling back down, and you get the point. Quick tip to make these Cavaliers a stick shifter. Slap shifter. He locked the doors on me again. And I can't unlock them because we smashed it down. But you guys see that spring sitting on the glove box latch? Right there at the tip of my finger? That was, the end of it, was sitting in this hole, and went down and latched onto the mechanism down there. But anywho, that kept it from going park, reverse, neutral, all that without pushing the button. Well, now, since that's gone, all the way to first, all the way up to park, and then when we get to the Derby, we're going to make something here, but there will be something that gets inserted right here. I had something to stick in there, and I don't remember what I did with it. Probably threw it in the back. Whatever. But if you stick it in there, I'm not going to use my finger, but if you stick it in there, then when it comes up, it'll only get in reverse, which that was actually pretty good. I had reverse. Right there's reverse. Yeah. But anywho, so we pulled off the knob, which was already off. Every time you shifted, you'd push down, and I don't know if this is the pipe we're going to go with, but we extended the handle by about 2.5 feet, which I'm probably going to cut down. But this severely extends is grabbing. Makes it easier to shift, actually. It's really hard to shift with a knob on there. But that'll probably get duct taped and self-tapped on there. After I cut it, then we'll probably paint it so it doesn't look so goofy, which it'll still look goofy, but not as bad. So that's done. He's got the airbag out. I still gotta get that airbag out, which will blow out, which is always fun. And I removed the hood latch, and there's a big piece of metal here, and then a bar up on each end. I removed that. When I originally started derbying last year, a buddy's car, a Buick Achieva, I think. Whatever, I know it was an Achieva. It had that on there, and I said that looked pretty cool, a little bit more to hold back the metal. And then another guy who was there who has derbied before, and he pointed out that although it does, from a beginner standpoint, it does look kind of tough, really it's just more metal that could jam through your radiator. It's not going to do anything to slow down a car. So I did remove that, and then we are going to move this hood forward, probably bolt the hinge back on in this area, move it forward just a touch more, because we're going to tuck the trunk, the hood, like we've seen so many people do before. So we want to tuck it to the point where it comes down and touches the bumper, and then we can 9-wire it to the bumper via the rules. And the bumper will be just a touch further back once we remove the bumper shock, or crush zone. You guys are upside down, aren't you? I hope you guys aren't upside down, so I'm going to hurry up and wrap this up. That's about the gist of it. We have to run factory bumper. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got you guys the right side up this time. So we have to run factory bumper. I believe we're allowed to have a 6x6 steel plate welded to the frame, and then we can weld the bumper to the steel plate frame. So we will be doing that 100% sure. I'll double check the rules. We're not allowed to run all thread, so it's gonna have to be 9-wired, I believe, or chain. We will do 9-wire. We'll keep the hinges, which I never understood why people remove hinges. Just a little bit more hold your hood on. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to know why in the world everybody removes their hinges. If it's really that big of a deal to take your hood off after the derby, just cut it. But whatever. This is a quick rundown on how it's coming along, and stay tuned for further updates.